Hey, welcome back, everybody. What are we going to do today to the Arrma Mojave? Well, I actually cracked open the instruction manual. Well, I had to because I had reset the ESC, dropped the punch. But this is the red one. This is the first one I got. This is the one Jimmy drives and beats the hell out of. He's got one speed as far as that trigger will go. But anyway, we got some maintenance and we get his body off. There's the cat. He's going to give us a hand today. I don't know how much of a hand. But anyway, we're going to do some shock maintenance. You can see I already took one off. After you get your shock off, check your suspension to make sure everything works real nice and all that good crap. But anyway, I pulled one of them off and drained the fluid out. That's what was in it. And this is one I put in it, so it should be clear. Losi likes the colors there, put colors in there, but most of them are just straight up clear fluid. I think, yeah, this is 50 weight. The manual says it's got 550 in it. Look at that right there, 550. And this shit is 710 or 50 weight. I don't know what the hell. I guess with the Chinese conversion or something. I'm used to going by 50 weight or 40 weight or 100 weight. You can see them all, see. So I don't know what new metric system crap we're going to now. But anyway, the instructions are pretty good on these shocks. So if you need it, it's right there. Just pay attention and we'll go through it. Like I said, I already drained this one, cleaned it out. Works nice and smooth. A little bit thicker fluid in the back. But before, when I pulled this out, there was a dead, well, I don't want to call it a dead spot, but there was this has got resistance all the way up, and it's got resistance all the way down with the new fluid in it. But before, it was like, it just moved real easy, and then it would get resistance so that you could tell there was air pocket. Some of the shit had leaked out or something. And plus, it was pretty stymie, and who knows how much they had in there to begin with. So we'll go over that today. We'll show you how to get one of these off. It's not that hard. Just do one at a time, and you'll be fine. Keep track of your screws and shit. And you always got the instructions right there. So to get these off, I should probably strap this on my head. But to get this off, you're going to have to take these out. I just loosened them up on this side. I was going to do them one at a time, but screw all that shit. So you just need a number 2. I need to take this out. Here, we ain't doing this by hand. There we go. We'll do it by this hand. If you use a drill, be careful when you're tightening them up. Don't over tighten this shit. You can strip this out real quick with a drill. And always keep it on the lowest setting. I think my setting's on 1. So if it does tighten down, it'll do that. Alright, so get this thing out of your way. Try to remember where it was. Looks like 2 open notches above. You don't need to even take it out all the way. God damn, this shit is hard. That's tight. There we go. But if you don't lift this up, you can't get this thing off because it hits right here. There's no reason I'm doing all this frickin' extra work. There we go. Pull it up a little bit. And take your, I think it's a 5.5. I'm guessing here. It sure as hell ain't that one. There we go. Take this top one off. Then you gotta do that one down there. Take this screw. You don't need to take it all the way out. Just need to back it off. That should be good. And you're gonna need something to reach in there. I gotta set you down. You'll be fine. Yeah. that. Pull that out. And you can see that screw comes down and hits this notch. That screw right there. And that holds this in instead of this screwing in. I don't know if that's a better design or not, but sure as hell ain't no worse. I'll throw all that crap in here. Always, it's best to get a multi-compartment tray when you're taking shit apart, something like this, so you can separate your parts and help you put it back together. And then once you get that bottom one out and get top one out, pull this, but be careful, because on the top, once you pull this plastic thing out, this little sleeve thing's gonna fall out. See, right there. There it is. Don't lose that. Trust me, you lose that, you'll be pissed, because otherwise the thing won't fit in there right. It'll be all loose. All right. Damn, that looks kind of bent. Or maybe it's just a spring. Something don't look right. Let me set you down here. Let's see here. Take one of these apart. Just pull the spring back. Push that up. Pull it out. And the spring will come right off. You can see a little bit of oil has leaked out. I suspect you can see. See, there's that open spot. Right there. There's the resistance. You can feel it. There's a little open. There's air in there. Alright, so before you go taking that cap off, which is a pain in the ass to get off, you want to clean this up a little bit. So I'm going to clean this up and I'll be right back. Alright, I'll clean. You see how loose that is? There is no resistance. So, and I'm blessed to have a compressor in the basement, so that's why it got so clean. But yeah, let's take this shit apart and see what we got in there. So take this apart. You're going to need like a crescent wrench or something to grab onto this hex on the top of the shock body. Don't use pliers. Yeah, don't use pliers. Alright, let's see if we can get this apart. Set you here. Alright. Thinking you're getting in here. I don't know, I got you set down. Take this. That on there. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. They tighten it up, man. They must have like some professional weightlifters or some shit working at Arrma, because everything's over-tightened. Over-tightened or over-frickin' Loctited. I don't know what the hell their problem is. Need to get the quality control right. Oh yeah. If you look down in here, this thing's hardly got any fluid in it. It's about a ½ inch down. And it is the same nasty shit the other one had in it. So, but yeah, this thing was low on fluid. Let me just set you down again. Just take it, move it up and down, and all that shit will fall right out. When I got it apart, make sure everything's tight. Moves freely, doesn't bind. Make sure the shock shaft isn't bent. Seems to be good. Alright. Oh, we're going to clean the last of the crap out of there. Just use some Q-tips, paper towels, shit like that. You don't have to take it all the way apart. You can. But your shock oil is just going to turn into that crap again anyway. Sooner or later. I don't know where it all comes from, but it gets in there. Alright, so we're going to clean that up, get that ready, and then we're going to put some shock oil in it. Alright, got it all cleaned up. Clean the inside out. I don't know if you can see down in there. No. Just use a paper towel, roll it up like that, stuck it in there. use some Q-tips, got them on there. Just make sure these little pube hairs don't get all stuck up in there and mess your shit up. You don't need them in there. Take some of the oil, make sure the shock shaft is all the way down. And then just don't put it in there quick because you don't want to fill it up with air bubbles. And just start putting her in. And fill it up to about a quarter inch or so below. And what you're gonna do, let's see if we can set you guys down. Just gonna take it and push it up slowly, real slowly. And when you start to see it get to the top, don't bring it all the way to the top, and then slowly bring it back down and turn it. Get the air bubbles out that were trapped down here when you first put the fluid in. You'll see them float to the top. Let me see here. There you go. And then just keep pulling it down. Do it real slow. If you do it fast, you're going to fill it up with, you don't want the air bubbles in there. You want as few as you can. All right, so that's pretty good. Let me double check it. Yep, I don't see anything coming up. No. As you see it, like I said, I didn't fill it all the way up. I'm going to put a little more in there. So it's about 1/8 inch below the top. Because you don't want to fill it all the way up to the level. Because when you put this cap on there, it's got this bladder. And that's going to push that shit all back out. You'll see. Take this, screw it down. It's got this cap has a little hole in it. I don't know where in the hell it's at, but it's got a hole in it. Little bleeder. So screw this down to about, not all the way, just so it's almost all the way down but loose. And then you're going to take your shock. We'll find that hole now because it's going to start spitting this oil out. Where's that? Where's it at? Push it down. There it is right there. All right, let me set you down for a second. So I got that all the way down. And I'm going to start tightening it up. There, see the oil coming out? Tighten up real slow so that oil will get out of there. Keeping this pushed all the way up. Maybe loosen it up a little bit. You can see it goozing out. Alright. Hand tighten it. Check it. Pull it all the way back down. Push it all the way back up. If this like stops like right there and it won't go all back up, you got too much oil in there. You got to get that oil out. It's got to go all the way up with no with just a little bit of resistance. So that's way better. All right, let me clean this oil and shit up off here and tighten this back up. All right, so I got it all tightened up. Got all that. It's still spewing a little bit out there. I got to clean that up. But let's see how shit works. Right. Compress it all the way. Let it go. See how it pushes itself back out? That's that bladder. Because when you push it all the way in, it pushes the bladder up, and then when you let go, so it nice and smooth. Beautiful. Then you're just going to do that to all 4 shocks. I'm putting 50 weight in the rear, and got some 40 weight for the front. Because the front's got a hell of a lot stiffer springs than the back, so it doesn't really need that. But you can put whatever you want in there. I mean, it's the thinner it is, the thinner it is, the easier it's going to leak back out. But anyway, the thinner it is, the shock's going to be freer. I like mine a little stiff. You'll have to experiment, figure out, listen, see what other people put in theirs. I don't know. It's just my preference. It's not the only way to go. There's a bazillion people out there making dumbass videos just like me. They might have better intel than I got, but this will be fine. All right, so let me put these back on and let's see what we got. All right, all the shocks are done. Pretty smooth. Doesn't have that freeze spot that it had where the oil was low. It was nice and even because one was way low on oil. A little squeaky up front, but that's all right. We'll work that squeak out. No, tighten them shocks up, springs down a little more, but that should be good. All right, so that's how to do the shocks. Just pick whatever oil you want in there. The heavier put in it, the stiffer it's going to be. So yeah, good to go. All right, let's test these shocks out. I also dropped the pinion back down to 16 tooth instead of 17th, and I adjusted the punch from 4 down to 3, and I adjusted the radio from 120% for throttle to 100%. So let me get in my RC purse, get my radio. We'll see if this thing gets hot. See how these shocks work. Which side do you want? I'll switch on over here. Alright, I don't drive this much. I think maybe I drove it 4 times. Then Jimmy got his stank all over it. And I didn't want to drive it no more because I don't know where that boy's been. So let's go test out these shocks I rebuilt for him. And see if there's anything any better. Oh, that steering's off a little bit, ain't it? Good enough. Yeah, it seems to be soaking up the roughness. Oh, cool. Yeah, this thing flies. Shouldn't be any different than the other one. See how hot she gets. Yeah, shocks on. They seem to be working fine. I need a little more brake in this thing. See how hot I'm getting that battery. Let's see how hot she is. Nothing yet. Not even warm. Grab temp gauge out of the RC purse. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. And we're at 191, 217 on the motor. I'm taking it. How's the battery? Very warm. 147 tops on the battery. No, 53. Oh yeah. 162. Is that really 162? Oh yeah, that's 162. 209 on the motor. So yeah.